guys, my name is Alicia and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I am doing a sketchbook tour. This is my first video doing one of those and I'm a little bit anxious because my sketchbooks, I'm never really happy with them, to be honest. I always see so many videos on YouTube from artists who go to these great art schools or illustration schools in America and they have these beautiful, beautiful sketchbooks. I don't know how they do it. When I was in art school, I was terrible at keeping art journals. They just never really looked good. I didn't do a lot of work in them. I would always do my work sort of on bits of scraps of paper or like lecture notes and things like that. But today I'm showing you officially my very first 100% finished sketchbook. Now what I mean by this is I have a bad habit of buying new sketchbooks and either ripping out a lot of pages, which I have done with this. I ripped out a few pages in the beginning, or I will start a sketchbook, do a few pages and then kind of hate it and want to move on. I've never really finished a sketchbook from cover to cover, so this is kind of like my kind of first attempt at that. So this one here I started last year in October of 2015. I bought this when I was traveling in Melbourne with a couple of my friends. I'm actually from Adelaide in South Australia, so every now and then go to Melbourne, just hang out and look at the cool art there. So this sketchbook here is actually a De La Roni sketchbook. I don't know if I've pronounced that right. I haven't really seen that brand before, not in any of the art stores around here, so I was happy to get this one. It came with kind of like a plain black fabric cover, which I covered when I first got it with like a tartan material, and then I didn't like it after a while and I wanted to keep going this sketchbook. So recently I covered it again with this fabric that I just got from Spotlight. I love the look of it because it looks like it's a natural dye, but unfortunately it's just a print. And it's very kind of colourful and Galaxy-esque and has the cool colours that I like. In the future I'd love to do a sketchbook covered in fabric that I've actually dyed myself. My awesome friend and soul sister Lizzie actually teaches textile and dye, and we have a little studio at the back where she does dye workshops, and I've done a little bit of indigo there and it is so fun. Anyway, so hope you like this tour. Let's get looking inside, shall we? Okay, so first up I just want to say I did cover this book by myself, so that's why it is covered in that fabric, and it has this purple paper here and just something there to kind of keep it a bit all together. I did rip out a few pages, so it was kind of fragile. And this book in general was not, even though it's hardcover, it was very soft and this sort of started to bend quite easily, and it wasn't as structured as the hardcover sketchbooks that I am used to. So I'm glad that I've covered this twice and it's just made it that much more stronger and durable, which is good because I trash my sketchbooks, to be honest. I just chuck them in any bag that I've got, and even if I'm just going to uni or if I'm going out anywhere, even to parties, I am so lame, I will take a sketchbook with. It's just like a security thing. I don't know if any of you do that as well. If you do, please comment down below so that I know that I am not alone in my weirdness and my compulsiveness to always have a sketchbook or something on me. So this is the first page that I just sketched out, just like a multi-tailed kitsune. I remember drawing this in Melbourne in Fed Square, hanging out with my friends as the sun went down and it was so cold. And yeah, just got a stamp there and wrote, when I start this sketchbook, this is not something that I normally do. This is a habit I'm trying to get into, as far as writing dates on things and compiling everything into a sketchbook so that it's easier to keep records. I have so many sketchbooks that again that are half started, or they've got bits and pieces in there from all over the place. Stuff in here is mainly from the last year, but there is some stuff that's maybe a year or two older that I've stuck in because I wanted to keep it, or trying to fill up pages, because towards the end, guys, it was so hard for me to just push through and try and finish it. So towards the end there's just lots of stuff stuck in, and this is not in a chronological order because with my sketchbooks I'm again trying to get into using them a bit more and finish them off. Part of that for me is kind of picking any page at random to work on if I'm not liking what's on the page beforehand, or if there's stuff coming through the paper, which this paper is 100% not okay for Copic markers, so I tried to avoid doing that. It's very see-through. I don't know if you can sort of see here, just I had something stuck on the other side and there's just stuff coming through from the back of that. So moving on, this is a little watercolor sketch mock-up thumbnail thing that I did for a commission. That was a piece that was in my solo show, Totems, and that was commissioned by my dear friend Audrey. That's not what the final design looked like, but I still liked it, that it was just a very rough kind of free sketch. Just some butterflies there. I didn't draw them, there's just a little paste-in thing. Some Alfonso Mucha study sort of thing, and I wasn't really happy with them, but whatever. And there's like this little, so stuck that in there because it's a nice little illustrative Bushka doll. Just got some sketches. I was kind of thinking about doing a design for like a little print or a little sticker, and so it's kind of like a spotted hyena with the moon behind it. Hyenas are one of my favorite animals, if you don't know that. This is quite old. This is a sticker design that I did, and it's also available on my Redbubble as t-shirts and a whole bunch of other stuff. It's like one of my most popular designs I've ever really sold. It's like Okami down like a chibi Okami. So it was kind of cute. Just some random scribbles here, nothing really flash. I mean, if I had the time and if I had known that I was going to try and make my sketchbooks good, I probably would have covered that. But anyway, the point of a sketchbook is to go through ideas and also to get your crap doodles out, because behind every good finished piece of work, you have to, I feel like there's a quota of a certain amount of crap sketches you have to do just to kind of get it out of your system. So well, that's the way I'm thinking about it anyway, so I feel less bad for sketches. Try to do some studies and like concept designs for just interesting poses and characters. I tend to draw a lot of eyes on my characters. All of them will have like third eyes, very anthropomorphic characters. Some more studies, like I think there was a pose that I referenced and kind of trying to work on bats. I love bats to death, but I am not very good at drawing them. I find that a lot of the things with the characters that I absolutely love, I am not very good at drawing because I always feel, I don't know, intimidated or not good enough, and then so I don't draw them and I don't practice and I don't get good at them. So it's like this cycle of self-fulfilling prophecy. So I'm trying to get out of that and draw things that I like more. Like I love Steven Universe so much and Digimon and Pokemon, but I just never really draw them because I don't know why. I just feel like I'm not good enough to, or they don't look enough like the original. I'm very bad at trying to keep the proportions that Pokemon have. I kind of tend to make it a little bit more realistic and then it doesn't end up looking like them. I don't know, some people like that, and I guess I just need to practice, draw more and get more comfortable with developing a style and incorporating the things I do love to draw, like the characters and stuff. So here are some sketches for sticker designs that I did during one of the months last year for Patreon. So this is like a little food dog and a kitsune, and I kind of wanted them to go together. That's why they're kind of very similar looking. I was happy with those, and one thing I love about Patreon is that each month I do a different theme, just kind of keep it interesting, keep me motivated. All my Patreon supporters get to vote on a poll about what theme I'm going to do for that month. This page is just some Steven Universe doodles and trying to just draw in pen, and not the best, but whatever. I did kind of like this sort of thought of drawing line, but in like a bit of a fierce sort of protective foo sort of thing. Again, trying to incorporate different styles and stuff like the existing characters that I do like. So these two on this page here are some dud prints. The printer printed it on like too thin a paper for me for what I like to sell as prints. So I ended up putting them here instead of just like wasting them because I didn't really want to sell them as they were. This was a Majora's Mask watercolor that I did. The original was slightly bigger than A4. It's just a little chubby mermaid, and she was drawn with Pentel brush pen and Copic marker. This page I love here. I'm going to be making it into a print for my Patrons. It's just like, I was just sort of sketching with a biro and just doing like, I want to do like a cluster of bats but kind of keep them realistic. So that's actually the right way. And then I did that and I sort of went over with some watercolors from my cheap art challenge and just added a bit of something there. Next page, this is my invitation for totems. That's the front and that's the back there, which again was my solo show that happened in June this year. Yeah, it was just such an amazing experience, and I was happy with the outcome, even though there was a lot of pieces that I didn't get to finish or a lot of ideas I didn't get to explore in time. I wish I had more time to prepare for that show, but again, I had so many high expectations for myself being my first solo show, and just trying to juggle that with life in general and uni, and then having about 6 months or so to really prepare for it. I didn't have enough time, I didn't have enough money to fund the materials that I wanted or the framing that I wanted, but in the end I was happy with it. It's done, it's ticked off my bucket list. I can move on and hopefully be in more group shows. I don't know if I'll do another solo exhibition. It's not anywhere in the near future. At this stage anyway, I don't have anything planned, but I am wanting to really focus more on illustrated projects, and I've been saying for years, seriously when I was 16, so about almost 10 years ago, oh my god, I'm old, I started sketching a comic and I never really finished it or showed many people. I think I showed the first couple of pages, but I'd love to sort of really focus on those projects now. I do love exhibiting in galleries. I just want to do something that's a little bit more interactive, that people can have a bit more, that tells a bit more of a story. So moving on, I don't know how long this video is going to be. I'm probably going to talk a lot, so hopefully I won't talk a lot. Some preparation work, so just sort of playing around with shapes and mushrooms and how I was going to paint something. This little Bulbasaur sticker that I did from like a canvas painting, ideas for sort of masks and stuff. Again, there's lots of playing around in this. Some things don't look good because I wasn't really focusing on form, I was focusing on just how pens and the paint sort of reacted together. This one here, which I think, oh, I might need to censor. This one here is just a Copic sketch of some anthro character, again sort of messing around with tones and stuff like that. These were thumbnails for different ideas and what I was going to do for the fly image. I didn't end up doing really any of these. I did do a nature Shinjoku creature, but yeah, I found that this was helpful. I need to get better at making thumbnails and planning my pieces more. Even I went to art school and they kind of encouraged us to do it. Like, I didn't really get into it very much. I'm very much like, I know what I want to do. I'm just going to sit down and do it and it will happen and it'll be great. But I'm trying to get more into planning. I think you need that, especially doing illustration and comics. Just some sketches for Digimon sticker designs. I love Digimon, especially season 3 is one of my favorites. I don't know what this was. Some kind of like working on some bird designs. Again, a lot of these pages are kind of me just trying to work out a bit of an art block or just like trying to get ideas down. Just a random page was sort of, that's what one of the Fu sticker designs ended up being like, trying to work on a library stamp seal thing. Pups Against Patriarchy sticker that I did, working on some stamps and trying like signature designs and stuff. This was sketched while I was watching TV show and like it had like just some Japanese demons and stuff in there, so I was just sort of sketching kind of mindlessly during that. This was a piece that actually painted for totems but never ended up being in there. Some kind of bat and Fu design I didn't do anything with, but I might make them like little stickers or badges at some point. So now trying to get some succulents down. I suck at drawing succulents. I suck at drawing flowers, all that stuff in general, so I'm trying really hard to get better at that because I do, again, I do love them. I think I'm a bit intimidated by how complex they can be, and also intimidated by how well other artists do them. So yeah, just need to go over that. This next spread I actually really love. It's just sketching ideas for Fallout stickers that I did for AFCON this year. I have been meaning to and really sucking at putting the artwork up online and also putting on my Redbubble. So I'll do that at some point. And that's a sticker design that I still haven't done, but I was wanting to have like a cactus and saying, don't be a prick. Yeah, anyway. So that's some of the finished Fallout designs there. Just sketching Hancock, who is one of my favorite characters from there, and Nick as well. I want to get better at drawing them. I really suck at drawing males and need to get better at that. Just kind of like sketching and journaling that I sort of did when I was traveling in June. So just some sketches at the airport when I was really tired. Not really happy or proud of them, but still leaving them in there because that marks a certain point. A sketch for a Patreon print that never ended up happening during, I think the month's theme was ritual, and I kind of wanted to have this mixture of like a fantasy demon-esque thing, elven, I don't know, a mixture of a few different things, and so I probably will visit that idea soon, but I didn't like the composition. It's very simple. Sketching of just some ideas for a Fallout poster that I never ended up finished, which was going to have like Mushroom Cloud in the background, a female self-survivor, Nick, Hancock, and Dogmeat all in there, and so I will do that eventually, maybe. I don't know, I'm really bad at starting things and never finishing them, but I'm sure a lot of people are, a lot of artists are, have so many ideas and only so many of them make it to the final cut. So this is just some sketches on brown paper, try to stick it in there, add a bit of difference. This is actually a couple years old. It's like a gouache watercolory rough portrait that I tried to do, like a self-portrait. I'm really bad at self-portraits. I don't do them. I know a lot of artists kind of do self-portraits or start out that way. I've never really liked drawing myself, and I was trying to get over that and kind of paint myself, but in like a cartoony way, in a way that people would recognize me, but not too flattering. It's just like, again, a design I was going to do for the cover or something with a unicorn and a girl there. This one, this character here was meant to be like an incorporation of a foo dog and also my dog Pablo, whose official name is Pablo Foo. And I don't know where I was going with that. I was just kind of sketching that and just color it with Copics. Little design for a Flareon sticker that I never finished, and some just experimenting with Poscas and watercolor and ink and everything there. Little bat spread. So that was just ink and wash, ink and water. A Neuven sticker that I did, Pumpkaboo sticker. I love Pumpkaboo. And trying to draw some bat faces and some notes about different inks. I wanted to, this is sort of before Inktober last year, and I was working out how to use like brush and ink, and the two inks that I have, which one is Parker, one's in Winsor & Newton. I do like Winsor & Newton more, but you know, some random crap. And then this is like a page, don't look at it, 50 random facts about me, which I'll be turning into a video at some point. Get up enough courage to film my face. This is part of a paint swatch challenge. I think I will have uploaded a video to my channel by now, kind of just doing a quick little paint swatch challenge. And so basically what it is when you go to like Bunnings or a hardware store and getting the free paint cards and swatches, and using the name to kind of inspire, or even the color to kind of inspire a picture. So that one's Barn Owl, Purple Sting, and a bit of teal. So that was like Link there, a Demon Babe. That's just random girl. So that was always fun to do when you're kind of feeling a bit stuck, and it's nice to add to your sketchbook. Just some random kind of sketches of different girls here. And again here, this was from my first art date little video, and I was happy with that, kind of adding different elements and stuff to it. I never used to stick so much stuff into my book, or I tried to make it kind of consistent and very simple, but different style to it now, make it a bit more interesting to look at. Here's another page that I actually really like. This was just randomly done while I was at a friend's house party. Again, because I take sketchbooks to party, I'm that person, I'm sorry. And so it's just like kind of experimenting with brush pen and just sort of sketching. And this is kind of embarrassing. This little sketch here is actually of Jacqueline DeLeon. I don't know how to pronounce her name, I'm so sorry. I kind of was like looking at a reference picture of her and so drawing her, I'm like, oh my god, it actually looks like her. I love her artwork, her channel is awesome, and she illustrated a comic called The Sirens, and it's so good. So if you don't know her already, I will link to her channel. Please go check her out, she is awesome. What a babe. This picture here is just, yeah, just sort of random sketching. It was going to be an idea for a painting. I did like a page of some Bulbasaurs. Bulbasaur's one of my favorite Pokemon too. Just random kind of, I think some of these are sort of referenced. This was an Ivysaur that I started drawing, and I hated its face, so I tried to do the thing that people do where they put like a post-it over the top and sort of try to redraw it without, you know, ripping out the page or erasing it. This was from my second art date video, which was kind of fun to do. And this is just like an older page of sort of watercolor flowers and beetles and stuff. And I'd like stuff that in there, so it kind of complemented it. These were sketches from my first sketchbook zine called Menagerie. And a couple years ago, I did the 365-day sketch a day challenge. I didn't finish it, it didn't go well, but a lot of the studies that I did actually really enjoyed, and I did it all in colored pencil and stuff like that. There's just a couple of pages from there because when I was printing, there was a few pages that came out wrong or like printed the wrong orientation, that sort of stuff. So I thought instead of wasting them, I'd just chuck them here. Looks nice, I reckon. Had hyenas, which again, are my favorite animals, and some dogs. Thought they were nice. These are just some sketches of some Australian flowers from the Mount Lofty Botanic Garden. This was a sketch for one of my Patreon prints, which the theme was of that month, like spring, the earth laughs in flowers. I had so many ideas for this, but decided to go with something kind of classic and just like this beautiful elven babe with some flowers in her hair. So this is the sketch, and I think I will post, the next video will be the time lapse of this. I don't want to release it too soon to, you know, spoil it for my Patreon viewers. This was another piece that I did for totems, and the video is on this channel. The piece is called The Way of Smaug. Go check that out if you do like that. Just some also random sketches of Shinjuku characters. So working on that. That's like a wolf foxy thing. This is just like a little Patreon postcard that I made, and I like the photo in the background. I just sort of stuck it in there to, again, to try and fill up space in my sketchbook, make it look a bit more interesting and kind of scrapbooky, journal-like. This was a mermaid that I sketched and lined for as one of the colouring pages for my patrons. I really liked it, so I stuck her in here because she was just on a random bit of paper. Just some sort of sketching, and this was from Inktober last year. So again, nothing in this book is like chronological order. Pokemon stickers that I made, just like random sketchy Halloween-y babe. This has to be one of my favorite spreads in this sketchbook. And as I was saying before, I suck at flowers. I majorly suck butt at flowers, and that's because I never really drew them. I never really wanted to practice drawing them. I didn't practice from real life. I just wasn't interested, or I was lazy. So this is like a recent attempt. I was drawing some sakura blossoms and peonies, I think that's what they're called. I'm not sure. And so just practice drawing them. I was drawing them on a different sketch pad that I had, and I wanted to keep them in here, and yeah, so I just sort of stuck them in, use a bit of washi tape and stuff like that, so it kind of looks like a scrapbooky feel. And I don't know, I kind of like the weight of this layout. I don't know if that makes sense, but I am sort of proud of these. They did take me a while to do. This one here was referenced, and that one there, but that one I don't think was. So yeah, trying to get into the practice of getting better at drawing flowers is something I've always wanted to do. Incorporate them in my paintings and stuff a bit more. I think they look nice, and they kind of add a bit more detail. These are some old sketches for print designs I did for Avcon and stuff like that. So these are maybe like a couple years old. I never finished this. Ever one day, like, or maybe redo it and have a better composition. Again, I love Digimon. I need to do more art of that. And this is the main character from the Mystery Skulls music clip, and I can't remember his name right now. God damn it, but it's just a sketch I did of him. I love the character. And yes, an old sketch I did for the painting, which I'm yet still to finish. I like the composition from The Cat Returns. This one here is a studio. This one here is from My Neighbor Totoro, which again, another film that I love. Line from Steven Universe, because why not? He was just sort of fitted there. I want to finish this one because The Cat Returns is actually one of the first Ghibli films I remember watching when I was in high school, and I don't know, it just has a bit of a place in my heart. I love the Baron so much. Some freestyle flowers there. So here's some pieces from Inktober 2015 doing the Drawloween theme. I sold a few, gave a few away, and gave some to Patreon. And then I just sort of thought I would stick some in here to take up some space and also have a bit of a record for myself. I managed to get some Halloween themed washi tape. Like, how awesome is that? Thank you to my Patreon supporters. I wouldn't have been able to buy some washi tape and nice things for the sketchbook. So I love you guys so much, and I'm so happy that I'm able to finish this. But we're going to be doing a PDF scan of everything in this book for my Patreon supporters, if they're interested. Yeah, so I've got a couple of characters there. I think it was titled Moon, and it was just like ink and wash. This one here, the prompt was grave, and I wanted to do something kind of different, so I was trying to do like get that emotion across than just drawing like a tombstone or a grave. This one was, I think, for gore, and I just wasn't in the mood for really drawing bloody stuff at that point, which is weird because I do like, I have some history of drawing gory things, but I kind of want to have a bit of an interesting idea. Again, I tried to be really different with the prompts last year and use them as a tangent to go off on. Very simple layout here. So this one is Jack Skellington and Impmon, just holding down some Halloween candy. I probably could have put something there, but trying to keep it, you know, not making all the pages look the same. This one here is one of my favorite pieces from Drawloween last year. I don't know why. The prompt was actually 8-bit zombie, and I didn't know what the crap to do with that. So just a random kind of emo vampire elven character thing. I don't know. Another thing from the paint swatch challenge. This is a bit older as well. This is like an aerial that I did It's got like a bit of smudge there. An area that I did for another video earlier on my channel, just using Copics and stuff like that, and she's cut and pasted in here because Copics do not work in this sketchbook. That's Mimi from the new Digimon Try, which I have not finished watching yet. I was sketching this in my moleskin and the pages were coming out. I'm like, okay, stick them in here so that, you know, they're still a record as part of that year. Different style Gatomon, Maneki Neko sticker that I did, a design that I started doing for totems but ended up going a completely different direction for this character. This is really old, but for some reason I still liked it and still kept it, so I thought I'd just stick it in here so that it's got a place to live. Just like an early idea for some kind of Shinjuku character. Just sketching some ideas again for different Shinjuku characters. This was done before, oh god, this is old. This was done before a group exhibition that we made and curated and got crowdfunding for called Untamed. So myself, Lizzie Emery and Casey Box were in that exhibition. It was so fun to do and I liked the work that I made for it. It was really cool. This page here I just cut out and stuck some sticker designs that I had done in another book or in like bits of scraps of paper, and so like I did a feminist sticker series, which you can actually I think still buy most of these on my Redbubble. I need to put like sticker packs in my Etsy store and all that sort of stuff, but I'm lazy. No, I'm just busy. I went with like a kind of obvious one, like cats against catcalls and pups against the patriarchy, which were like, I didn't make up those phrases. They were kind of like a common phrase that was sort of going around in illustration stuff. And then I did like feminist as fuck, and I tried to think outside the box and do like birds against binaries, gender binaries, tapirs against transphobia, and goats for gender equality, which I really liked that, and just did like a little grenade and fight like a girl. That's what the cats against catcalls end up looking like. That was a sketch, and then I scanned it in and did it on the computer. I'm kind of happy with these, and I want to do more in the future kind of like this. I think my most favorite is tapirs against transphobia because hey, tapirs are underrated, okay? Getting towards the end here where I'm just sticking a whole lot of stuff in. So these are really old sticker designs that I did for Avcon and stuff, just some chibi Adventure Time characters. And I drew recently Mystery Girl from the Steven Universe episode, last one out of each city I think it's called, and just stuck some Steven Universe stickers that I've done in the past there. I love this character. I'm going to be drawing her more often. I'm going to be drawing all the Steven Universe characters more often, so follow me on the Tumblr if you would like to see more of that. And some Pokemon stickers that I sort of did. The Evolutions, always popular. And then just in the back here, I just decided to kind of fill up this page with stickers and make it look nice. So that's the Scroller Box sticker, I believe. Yes, it is. Some Moogle sticker I did, Donkey Kong, Redbubble sticker, a sticker from Cameron Braddock, who is an amazing artist. Like, I'll link him down below. Please go check him out. He does just like such beautiful otherworldly art. I don't even know how to describe it. He's like no other. So Cameron, if you're watching, you're awesome. Some more Pokemon stickers I did. Stickers from Creature, which are a Melbourne duo who again, just like, they're just amazing. They just do some really awesome work. A Vaporeon and a Cupcake sticker that I did. Dude Box, I've done some custom vinyls in the past, and so I've got some stickers there. I was meaning to do like a sketch here, like a portrait, which I haven't done yet, so just ignore that. That's where the sketchbook is finished. And a little sketch here preparing for Inktober this year, which I will be uploading videos onto my channel. I won't be uploading videos every day because ain't nobody got time for that. And if they do, I highly commend them, and they probably aren't studying a completely different degree at university. So yeah, I finished this sketchbook just before October this year, so that was basically kind of like a year's work, but there were lots of things that I did that never got in here because it might have been digital sketch or client work. I didn't put any commission stuff in this sketchbook at all. It's just, yeah, mainly kind of like personal stuff or just sketchy and whatever. And yeah, obviously there was lots more Inktober stuff and lots more stuff that I did that didn't make it to the sketchbook, but I still wanted to stick some stuff in here and make it like a good little reflection of this year. And just on the last page, I did like a little page with all my different washi tapes. I actually only had a small amount when I began this book, and I used some of my Patreon money to get some new washi tapes to kind of make my sketchbook look better and inspire me to stick things in and kind of just finish this sketchbook, which I have done. So now that I can say it is done and I can move on to a bigger and better sketchbook and hopefully give it more effort and time than what I have with pages in this one. I am happy with this overall. But yeah, I'm looking forward to making bigger and better sketchbooks in the future and utilizing them more, putting more ideas and sketches down. Anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video, this little sketchbook tour. It's my first one and I'm hoping there will be more in the future. If you like this video, please let me know by hitting the like button down below, leaving a comment or hitting the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you guys do like sketchbook tours, I will make them more often in the future. I have a buttload of sketchbooks, especially embarrassingly old ones from when I was in high school. So if you would like me to torture myself with showing you guys my incredible art and OCs from high school, please let me know and I will do that. I will humiliate myself for you guys, all in the name of entertainment and because I love you. Anyways, tune in next week for another video. I upload weekly. See you guys in my next video. Bye.